Good morning, everybody. Brandon Shaw with Crawlight Properties Unlimited. Today, I just want to come to you all and speak more from my heart today. I received a card in the mail from a past client that we closed about a year ago, or a little less than a year ago, and I want to read that to you guys. It says, "Thank you for all the home tips. They are very helpful. Once again, I just cannot thank you and Kobe enough for everything that you did to getting me here. Realizing I could not have did this without you, that going the extra mile. Pray you and your family as well, and continue blessings." And I got to read that yesterday, and I felt very humbled about that, and it really reminded me of why I actually do this business. And it also reminded me of a question that I get asked a lot, and that is, why do you need a realtor? This specific transaction, I'm going to say this, and I say this with the most humble heart possible, but it would have not closed without a realtor. This loan actually was about to get denied right before closing. This lady had already packed up. She was heading down here to move, and then it almost got denied right before closing due to some unforeseen circumstances that went on during the process. And we was able to advocate for her. We was able to get in there, and we was able to figure out a solution and a workaround to get this thing closed out for her. And that's what it's all about. You know, a lot of people sees on HGTV that, hey, look, this agent puts a sign in the yard, you have an open house, you get 5 offers, and that's just not reality. HGTV has really ruined it for some of the agents because it's not reality. We do work very hard, and we do advocate for you on a daily basis. If you have a really good experienced agent that can advocate, that knows the market, it's absolutely wonderful that what a realtor can really do during that process. And I'll give you another example. I had a client that was going to come in here, build several houses, and the area, he was already under contract. He actually did some for sale by owner stuff, and the area that he was going to build in was in a flood zone. And he had no clue that it was in a flood zone. He had no clue all the stuff that you needed to do to build in a flood zone. He just had no clue, and so I was able to educate him and tell him, hey, look, this is not, you better do this, this, and this. And he had no clue, and he was very grateful for that. So even though you think you could do this on your own, there's so much legal stuff that happens, and rules and regulations in a specific area that you do need to be aware of. I will never forget, I went down to Gulf Shores, Alabama one day, and I called the agent, and even though I'm licensed in Alabama, I still would not sell a house down there or try to buy a house without an agent down there, because I don't know that market, I don't know those rules, and I don't know those regulations down there, right? I know how to buy a house, I know how to sell a house, but not in that specific area per se, right? So I wanted to buy this specific house down there for a rental property, and I called the agent, and the agent said, well, that specific area, that specific street, those several streets down there, you're not allowed to do rental property. And had I purchased that house without any research or even contacting a realtor, in that case, I would have been stuck with a house that only I could have stayed in, basically, during that time. So it's so important to contact your local realtor, contact somebody that's really been in the market, that really knows what to do, because they're worth their weight in gold. And I cannot stress that enough. But when I got this card, it made me very humble feeling. It made me very thankful, and reminded me truly of why I love doing my job. I love helping clients, and I love helping people take that next step in their life and be there for people during this big process, and answer questions and get them through this process. So once again, thank y'all so much for everything that you do for me. Thank you for your loyalty to me and Crawlight and all that kind of good stuff. Let me know if I can do anything to help you out. I'll be glad to do that. And if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer those as well. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend.